Good day, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great day. I am Clint Triandi Buktuan.
And I am Robert Ray Ramos.
And I'm Ralph Valentin Torres.
And we are going to discuss to you what EVL3 is.
This presentation is going to be about AVL trees. So, if you don't know what AVL trees are, they're kind of like binary trees, but with a bigger advantage. And now in this video, we'll talk about what you need to know. And those are binary tree and big O notation. Even if you don't understand what big O notation is, I believe that you will still understand it when you talk about it in complexity, and I'm sure that you'll get it. So, what I'm planning on covering today is about the rotations, insertions, and deletions. So, let's talk about how you would enter into an AVL tree using this rotation. So, let's insert 1, 2, and 3. So, just like a normal binary tree, we start off with node 1. Then, since 2 is greater than 1, so it's going to be on the right side. So, let's put node 2 here. And the last one, which is 3. So, 3 is bigger than 1. So, let's go to right. While 3 is also bigger than 2, so let's still go to right side. So, it's gonna be like this. Okay, so now let's see about the height of each node. So as you can see, we have something called the balance factor, or as we can call it here into a BF. So it is equals to height of the right subtree minus height of the left subtree. So let's find it out. So the balance factor of the node 3 is 0 minus 0, so it's 0. Meanwhile, the balance factor of node 2 is equals to 0 minus 1. So it's equal to negative 1. Meanwhile, the last node, which is the balance factor node 1, is equals to 0 minus 2 is equals to negative 2. So when we talk about log n in this algorithm, it shouldn't be more than 1 or less than negative 1. So since the node 1 does have a height of negative 2, so it's not optimal anymore. So in order to make this an optimal or correct AVL tree notation, we can use the left rotation. So here's how you do it. So we are going to rotate onto the left side. So it's gonna be like this. Put the 1 to the bottom side, while you can put the number 2 to the upper side. So as you can see, the balance factor of each node now is equals to 0. Now, let's talk about the right rotation. So as you can see, we already have a tree here, which has the node 3 and node 2. As you can see, the root node is 3, and node 2 is on the left side. So since 2 is less than 3, so now we're going to insert the 1. So since 1 is less than 3, it's going to the right side, and 1 is also less than 2, so it's still going to the left side. Now, since as you can see, the balance factor is now not optimal, since the node 3 or the root node has a height of 2. So in order to correct this, we have to do a right rotation. So just like what we did on the left rotation, we just have to make the number 3 go to the bottom side, and and make the node 2 to the upper side. So the node 2 will now be the root node, and the height now is, for all of them, is 0. So it's now a balanced AVL tree. So now we are going to do the left-right rotation. So as you can see, we are going to insert number 2 here. So as we insert it, it is greater than 1, so it's going to be on the right side, while it is less than 3, so it's going to be on the left side. So it now looks like this. And if we check its balance factor, 2 has a 0, 3 has a positive 1, while node 1 has a negative 2. And as we can see, node 3 has a positive height, while the node 1 has a negative height. And we cannot really balance this with just left side right away, since they have a different signs of height. So first, in order to correct this, we are going to make a straight line first. So in order to do that, we're going to interchange the position of 2 and 3, while the node 3 will be going on the bottom side. So it will look like this. And put the node 2 here. So it now looks like this, and the height now has the same sign of height. It has node 3 has 0, node 2 has negative 1, while node 1 has negative 2. So it is now a straight line. So since it is unoptimal, we're going to do a left rotation, as we have seen this already on the left rotation earlier, right? So it is now easy to do. So let's put this node 1 on this bottom side. Well, and now we're going to see that node 2 is now the root node, and their balance factor, the height, is now balanced, and they now have a 0, 0, 0. Now we're going to do a right left rotation. So just like what we did on the left right rotation, we just need to do that what do you call it, in parallel or what. So as you can see, since node 1 and node 3 has a different signs of height, we still have to change the position of 1 and 2. Let's make it straight. So interchange their position and make it straight. So now their height now is 0, positive 1, and positive 2. So since they have already the same sign of height, we're now going to do a right rotation. So take this node 3 on the bottom side, while making the node 2 into a root node. So as you can see now, their height is both 0, 0, 0. So it is now balanced.
So now let's talk about insertion. So we have a data here and that we're going to insert. It is 63, 9, 19, 27, 18, 108, 99, and 81. So first we're going to insert 63, node 63, and then we're going to insert now 9. Since 9 is less than 63, we're going to put node 9 into the left side of 63. So this is now the structure of our AVL3 now. But we're not finished. We're going to insert again 19. So since 19 is less than 63, we're going to put it again on the left side of 63. And then since 19 now is greater than 9, we're going to put 19 into the right side of 9. So this is now the structure of our AVL3 now. So as you can remember earlier, that if the height of our nodes is not the same sign, we're going to perform what do you call that? Right-left rotation. So before we're going to do that, we're going to make it straight line. So we're going to put 9 into the bottom side and 19 into the middle side. It's like this. And then we're going to put 63 now onto the bottom side of onto the right side of the 19. So this is now the structure of our AVL tree. So it is now a balance. Next, we're going to insert 27. Since 27 is greater 19, we're going to put it on the right side of 19. And then since 27 is less than 63, we're going to put it on the left side of 63. So it is like this. Since our height is what we call that, our height is still balanced, so we're going to proceed to the next data. So we're going to insert now 18. So since 18 is less than 19, we're going to put it on the left side of 19. Since 18 now is greater than 9, we're going to put it on the right side. So this is now the structure of our AVL tree now. As you can see, it is still balanced, so we're not going to perform a rotation. So next data, we're going to insert 108. So 108 is greater than 19, we're going to put it on the right side. And next, since 108 is greater again in 63, we're going to put it again in the right side. So this is now the structure of our AVL tree. So as you can see, it is still balanced. So we're going to proceed to insert again another data. So 99, we're going to insert 99 since 99 is greater than 19. So we're going to put 99 into the right side. And then since 99 again is greater than 63, we're going to put it again on the right side. So now 99 is less than 108, so we're going to put it onto the left side. So as you can see, in the heights of our nodes, it is still balanced. So we're not going to perform again a rotation. So next, we'll move on. We're going to insert again another data. So now we're going to insert 81. So since 81 is greater 19, we're going to put it onto the right side. And since 81 again is greater than 63, we're going to put it again in the right side. And now we're going to put 81 onto the left side because it is now less than 108. And since 81 again is less than 99, we're going to put it again into the left side. So as you can see, the heights of our nodes is not balanced. So this time we're going to perform a rotation. Since node 81 has the height of 0 and node 99 has the height of 1 and node 108 has the height of 2. So in order it to be a balance factor, we're going to perform a rotation. So we're going to put 108 onto the bottom side and we're going to, it's like this. So this is now the structure of our AVL tree. So this is how you insert data on AVL tree.
Let's talk about deletion. Real quick should be very simple. It's just like deleting for the binary tree and then just balancing it again, and balancing is just a rotating. So let's do that. So if we're gonna delete 4, we're gonna take the rightmost value of the left subtree. It's gonna be 3. Right here we're gonna add 3. So to the top here, and then the first affected parent node is going to be 2. So let's look at the balance factor of 2. So the bounce back bounce back of 2 is already minus 2, which we can have. So we're gonna have to do rotation another rotation based on this one. And since they are the same sign, we can just do a quick right rotation of 2 would come down here. When we come here, and then the one would be on the new root of the left subtree, and that's how you relate. It's pretty much same for the as everything else. So in this video, we are going to show you an insertion and deletion simulation of AVL algorithms for you to fully understand it.
So, in this part, we're going to talk about the assessment and the results of the comparison of AVL trees versus other similar algorithms, which is here we are going to compare it with red black tree. So, for us to differentiate it, we did a benchmarking using the Java language. So we just researched some codes for us to compare it, and we will talk about the results based on the search time, insertion, and deletion. So after our test, um, the output is on the AVL tree, its insertion output is 50 milliseconds, while the red block tree has insertion output of 35 milliseconds. And on the search, AVL tree has a 25 milliseconds, while red block tree has search time of 35 milliseconds. The deletion of AVL tree has a 50 milliseconds, while the deletion of red black tree is 14 milliseconds. So based on these outputs, we can see that in terms of insertion time and deletion time, red black tree is better in this area. Meanwhile, in search time, Evil tree is better since it is faster. And yeah, so we're gonna talk about the interpretation of results. So we're gonna go talk first about the insertion. So the insertion based on those results, we can see that the insertion time for the red black tree is lower than evil tree because red black trees require fewer insertion rotations, while evil trees has a more strict um I mean, evil trees is strictly balanced and often need more rotations. As we knew earlier, right? We do a lot of rotations in evil trees because it is strictly prohibited that the height is more than one or less than -1. In this interpretation of results based on search time, the search time for the able tree is slightly lower than that for the red-black tree because able trees are more strictly balanced, right? Meaning the height of the tree is closer to the optimal log n height, which can result in faster search operations. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the interpretation of the deletion result. So the deletion time for the red-black tree is lower than the able tree because similar to insertions, deletions in red-black trees involve fewer rotations, while as we knew that able trees needs to maintain a stricter balance. So yeah, based on those results, we can see that in terms of search time, it is really better to use able trees, while in terms of insertion and deletion, it is better to use red-black trees. And that concludes our video presentation about Abel tree algorithm. Once again, I am Clint Rian D. Buktuan.
And I am Robert P. Ramos.
And I'm Raf Balanbi Flores.
Don't forget to like,
Comment.
And subscribe.
Thank you for watching!